At seemingly every turn in Durotar, you've been met by the forces of the Burning Blade. You've battled their minions in the Valley of Trials, freed the trolls from their torment on the Echo Islands, defeated their leader Fizzle in Thunder Ridge, and infiltrated their ranks within Skull Rock. While cutting down the cultists one by one is an excellent warrior's approach, many members of the Horde have been studying their demonic implements, searching for a more efficient solution to snuff out their presence in Horde territories. Such efforts led to your gathering of their searing collars, which a wise orc shaman, Margaz, believes may be the instrument through which they focus the demonic energies the cultists call upon. With the searing collar in hand, you set off to Orgrimmar's Cleft of Shadow to consult with a knowledgeable warlock there. It is good that you brought this to me, Nudnik. Since the last great war, when the Burning Legion was defeated, I have searched for sources of demonic corruption in Orc society. The collar you brought me confirms my fears. It belongs to the Burning Blade, a cult that rallies around an item of demonic power. It is called the Demon Seed, and it resides in the Barrens atop Dreadmist Peak. It must be destroyed. Go to Farwatch Post on the border of the Barrens to the west and speak with my assistant, Ak'Zeloth. He will direct you further. Unfortunately, this warlock, Niru Fireblade, has many sinister ulterior motives you've come to discover in your service to the Horde. You know enough to approach any task he asks of you cautiously, but if there is any truth to his claims of the Burning Blade operating atop Dreadmist Peak, then it is your duty as a warrior of the Horde to vanquish these foes. You venture to Farwatch Post and see what sinister plots this assistant of Niru's or the Burning Blade are up to. Niru wants the Demon Seed destroyed, does he? Strange. Very well. If he wishes the seed gone, then I will tell you how to remove it. The Demon Seed is a powerful tool for the Burning Legion. It rests in a cave on Dreadmist Peak, above a demonic altar of fire. I have prepared power stones that, when placed near the seed, will disrupt its connection to the Legion. Take a stone from the table and bring it to the altar of fire atop Dreadmist Peak. Travel west, then north when the road forks. The peak will be to your left. The safest climb to the top is on its northern face. And hurry. The stone's power will consume itself in time. So it seems even Ak'Zeloth is suspicious of his master's motives. Is this another one of Niru's insurmountable tasks, meant to lure brave warriors of the Horde to their death under the guise of working to eradicate the Legion's influence in our lands? Niru has already admitted to you, believing you are a fellow cultist, that he has intentionally sent those loyal to Thrall to their deaths in Ragefire Chasm. Does he suspect you of treachery against his cult, and is hoping that this mission he has sent you on is a death sentence? Or has the Demon Seed simply outlived its purpose to the Burning Blade, and he is willing to part with it in hopes to gain more of Thrall's trust? Niru's web of treachery is certainly sprawling. Knowing where his true motivations lie, you approach this task cautiously. But if you can remove another of the Legion's insurgencies from Azeroth, you will happily do so. Marching west from Farwatch Post, you eventually come to the point where the road forks. As Ak'Zeloth explained, you turn your attention northwest and see a great mountain with a summit shrouded in darkness. This must be the Dreadmist Peak the warlocks keep alluding to. There appears to be a manageable route up the southeastern slope of the mountain, but Ak'Zeloth recommended a safer route via the mountain's northern face. Continuing your journey north, you take in the sights of this new land. The Barrens are not too dissimilar to Durotar. Both are arid, desert-like environments. There does seem to be more greenery here, the creatures here thriving more than those you have faced so far. Peering out across the Barrens, you spot a beast with unique coloration compared to its kin, resting at the base of the mountain. Might as well have some fun on your way north. Perhaps this unique creature's pelt will fetch some coin. You cautiously approach the pack of savanna hunters, careful not to alert any unnecessary portion of their pack currently bed down in the shade. You strategically pick off the lioness closest to the pack leader, careful to not become overwhelmed by the beasts. Then you turn your attention to the prize you spotted earlier. Charging into battle, you strike the creature and then lure it away from the rest of its pack. The creature growls and strikes back with its mighty claws, tearing at your flesh. Raising your shield, you ward off the beast, strike, and bring your sword down to fell the beast. As the mighty lion roars in agony, its progeny rushes to its aid. 2 cubs emerge from the nearby grass and attempt to ambush you, enraged by the death rattle of their pack leader. Unexpected foes, yes, but no match for your blade. Having defeated the fierce beast, you claim your rewards and continue on your mission towards Dreadmist Peak. Coming around the northern face of the mountain, you spy an orcish farm. But as you draw nearer, it's obvious a tragedy has occurred here. The main structure is burned away, and the fences and fields now lie in disrepair. On closer inspection, you see the ruins are crawling with members of the Burning Blade. Is this an unexpected finding, or was Ak'Zeloth hoping you'd be caught off guard by the cult's minions? Did he recommend scaling the northern face expecting an orc presence here to provide safe passage, or are Niru and his apprentice already aware of the travesty that has occurred here? Nevertheless, you continue in your quest, sneaking past the cultists and scaling the mountain. If you can hinder the cultist camp atop the peak, it is your duty to do so. As you approach the summit, the atmosphere around you changes. No longer are you beneath the blinding sun which scorches the Barrens. As you climb, the air becomes thick. An unearthly smog clings to the top of this mountain. The land atop the mountain seems to emit a sickly demonic energy. The thick smog and glowing fell energies sting your eyes and assault your senses as you grow ever closer to the cult's base of operations. Strafing around the highest point of the mountain, you find suitable footing to continue to the top of the peak. Passing over the entrance to a cave that leads into the recesses of Dreadmist Peak, you sight some cultists atop the mountain and charge into battle. These warlocks cast curses and strike at you with daggers. You cut them down, but the effects of their unholy magics linger, causing searing pain even after you've finished off your enemies. Having dispatched these 2, you take in your surroundings. The cultists have a camp atop the mountain where they are dabbling in dark magics. You see a forsaken apothecary at a workbench, working on any matter of unholy spells or tinctures. The small pool of water atop the mountain is polluted and black. It gurgles and bubbles unnaturally, affected somehow by whatever means the cultists have corrupted the lands here. The situation seems even more dire than you were led to believe. It pains you to leave this scene behind, but the destruction of the demonic relic, this demon seed, must be your priority. Any connection between the Burning Blade and their demonic masters must be severed if Azeroth is to recover from this corruption. You fall back to atop the cave entrance you spied upon your arrival. Leaping down, you engage the cultist guarding the only path into their den. Another cultist comes running from deeper within the cave and joins the battle. You strike these 2 down swiftly, careful to avoid alerting the rest of their camp. Now just 1 acolyte remains within the cave, and you will strike her down like all the rest. At the end of the cavern must be the relic you were sent here to destroy. The altar is reminiscent of those you have seen in use by Zalazane and Fizzle, the Burning Blade leaders you have defeated so far, but it is much larger and surrounded by unnatural fires. Demonic energies and hellfire encircle the cultist shrine, and above, a shard of energy pulsates and hovers ominously. You retrieve the power stone provided to you by Ak'Zeloth and introduce it to the shrine, eager to destroy this unholy altar. As you touch the stone to the altar, the very mountain begins to shake. The altar and the demon seed react violently, expelling demonic energy and shaking the very earth beneath your feet. Then, in a brilliant flash, the demon seed vanishes and the demonic fires dissipate. You feel an unpleasantness vanish from the air, as if a weight has been lifted from Dreadmist Peak. Another job well done, and a mighty evil vanquished. You have no desire to stick around and see what manner of cultists or demons are now aware of your presence, so having destroyed their precious artifact, you cut your way out of the cultist camp and scale back down the mountain. Triumphant, you return to Ak'Zeloth at Farwatch Post. As you present news of the demonic instrument's destruction to Niru's apprentice, you search his expression for any signs of deceit. Your task is complete. You have destroyed the demon seed as Niru bid. But this is not the end. The destruction of the demon seed sent waves of power through the ether. Waves of a staggering force. I felt them, and I am sure other beings did as well. Others who will wonder why their toy was broken. But regardless of future troubles, I have something for you. Niru sent it as payment, and he bid me thank you. So thank you. And with that, Ak'Zeloth wants nothing more to do with you, and you still feel uncertain about your task. Surely destroying such a powerful, unholy font of power so close to your homeland will loosen the Burning Blade's grip on these lands. But what unholy forces await? And what has been set into motion by your actions this day? Whatever may come, the might of the Horde will face it head-on.